Good morning, everyone, and we're coming to you from inside the St. Benil Gym, inside the campus of Salle Green Hills in Mandaluyong City, as we bring you continuing action of the 26 EcoOil One LaSalle Alumni Basketball League, presented by Smart Sports and co-presented by Puso Pilipinas. Also brought to you by Field Grade System, Frankie's New York Buffalo Wings, Jerry's Grill, Titan Blue Fire LPG, and Star Margarine. Organized by Kings of the Court and Sports Plus PH in partnership with the LaSalle Green Hills Alumni Association. We open up the action here at the main court with a matchup in the Free Agents Draft League semifinal round. Seng, players only, still undefeated this season against the wildcard qualifier in Team Joaquin, Coach Jan. My name is Yagodapaz, bringing you the action from courtside. And the first 2 points for Team Joaquin, Coach Jan, and for the ball game, courtesy of Mustafa Ali. Now here comes Seng, players only. Shot from close range, no good for Ladimar Humawid. Rebound secured by Harold Israel. Jan Baila looking to give up the basketball, gave it up here to Erickson Chua. Shot clock down to 10. Chua launches a long one, but couldn't hit. Now here comes the counterattack by Seng, players only. They drop it inside to Anthony Tarnate, the leading scorer this season for Seng, players only. 30 minutes per ball game, 25.3 points, 15.7 rebounds. A double-double effort this season. We are tied at 2-all in the early goings. Barely 2 minutes gone by. Israel with a drive to the hole and count it for Team Joaquin, Coach Jan. Starting fives for the green shirts of Team Joaquin, Coach Jan. That's Julian Julio, Harold Israel, Erickson Chua, Jan Baila, and Mustafa Ali. Humawid, reverse layup is good to tie up the ball game at 4 apiece. $15 on the shot clock here for Team Joaquin, Coach Jan. They send it out to Chua, but first, 3 in the key for Team Joaquin, Coach Jan, as the duo of Harold Israel and Mustafa Ali watched the paint dry, and they stepped on the floor, which was lava. Here's a drive to the basket. Count it! +1 here for Miguel Calma, part of the starting unit, together with Jem Feliciano, Ladimar Humawid, Anthony Tarnate, and Johnny Dazo. Bonus free throw on the way here for Seng, players only, which swept their assignments in the elimination round. So this is the first of 9 games here at main court. Then coming up next after this one, we will have our last elimination round playing date for the 40 and above division. This will be their 7th game for all the teams involved. As you see, Ladimar Humawid's pass a little too long for Miguel Calma to catch. We will talk more about 40 and above division much later on in this match and into the next 4 sets of matches. 3-pointer on the way, off target once more for Erickson Chua, who's trying to show his range from beyond the arc. Dazo tried to go for the eye in the sky to Tarnate, but picked away by Team Joaquin, Coach Jan. Israel's shot a little too deep underneath the basket. Ladimar Humawid pushes it forward to Dazo. Extra pass, Tarnate for the score. And there's nothing that Erickson Chua could do about that. Halfway through the first quarter of action. Less than a minute before we will have our midway swaps. Dazo, great tap, leaks out. And Dazo, see you later, he says. Great find from Miguel Calma. Chalk that assist up for him. 5:25 left here in the period. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Julian Julio rises for 3. No dice. Rebound, Anthony Tarnate pushing the pace, trying to go coast to coast. Tarnate attacks And there's a foul called against Julian Julio. 5 minutes and 10 remaining here in the opening period. And we will have our mandatory swaps. 5 minutes and 10 remaining here in the first quarter. Michael Meresan and Cleon Bayani entering the ball game, replacing Jan Baila and Harold Israel. And we will have a 4-man swap here for De La Seng players only, save of course for Anthony Tarnate, who will remain. Katipunan rises for 3, whiffs up an air ball. Rebound secured by Erickson Chua. Meresan crosses the timeline. 70 to shoot here. Julio swings it to Erickson Chua. He's got 12 seconds on the shot clock here. Chua once again for 3. Bingo time for Erickson Chua, averaging 14% from 3-point range. Knocks it down for his first 3-pointer of the ball game. T drives through, drops it off for Ladimar Humawid, and we got a whistle on the floor. So I stand corrected. Aside from Tarnate, Ladimar Humawid also a starter that remains on the floor here. 3-pointer is a miss for Vince Villanueva, and the putback is good for Anthony Tarnate, now at 4 points in the ball game. 13-7 lead here for De La Seng players only. Julio swings it to Bayani. They go back to Julio. Now to the other side to Erickson Chua. Bayani, cross-court pass. 3 on the way. Left it short. Long rebound. Secured by Bayani. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Bayani floats it up. Hits the lip of the rim. And now here comes Katipunan. Katipunan decides to pull back. Gets double teamed. Emergency pass to Humawid. Humawid back to Katipunan. Now to Jeremy T. T tees it off. Couldn't make it inside the paint. Long rebound won by Julian Julio. Julio heading this 2-on-2. Julio drops it off for Bayani. More numbers here for the defense. And Katipunan swipes it away. Katipunan with the runner in the paint. Too strong. And Katipunan gets his own miss. Villanueva attacks. Floater up. No good. Katipunan another offensive board. The feed to Vince Villanueva for the score off the window. And Team Joaquin, Coach Jan calls timeout with 3 minutes and 1 remaining here in the opening period of play. 15-7 lead for the still undefeated De La Seng players only. Action resumes here in the Free Agents Draft League semifinals. Team De La Seng players only leading by 8 points, 15-7 against Team Joaquin Coach Jan, the wild card qualifier here. Cleon Bayani called for steps and turns the ball over. We will have a couple of games in the 40 above division coming our way following this one. And that pass by Vince Villanueva zips past the head of Jeremy T. Let's see how this will go for Team Joaquin Coach Jan coming off that timeout, and they failed to capitalize. Bayani still has the leather, and there's a holding foul against Kalijan Katipunan. 13 on the shot clock here for Team Joaquin coach Jan. And that's Katipunan's first foul. That's the first foul of the ball game, by the way. Shot clock down to 6 here in the hands of Erickson Chua. Shot clock down to 1. They need to put it up. And it's a turnover here for Team Joaquin coach Jan. Back-to-back possessions, laying an egg after that timeout earlier by Jan Baila. A minute and 36 remaining. Jeremy T attacks the basket, drops it off for Anthony Tarnate, sends it out to Katipunan, who misses that 3. Mustafa Ali with the rebound. A minute and 23 left here in the opening period. Julio swings it to Chua. 3-pointer on the way, and it's bingo time for Julian Julio. A minute and 2 remaining here in the first period. Katipunan swings it to T. T from inside the keyhole, couldn't connect. Long rebound won by T. Drops it off for Tarnate, and Anthony Tarnate doing a lot of damage so far in this battle. There's a foul on the play, and it is called against Katipunan. That's his second personal foul. And that is not good news right here for De La Seng players only. Eight seconds on the shot clock here for Team Joaquin coach Jan. 3 on the way. Left short by Erickson Chua. I believe he's 1 out of 5 from deep. 10 on the shot clock here on the reset for Team Joaquin coach Jan. Maresen kicks it out to Chua. Hounded there by Katipunan and gets the steal. And Villanueva to the front court. Shot clock is off here for Team De La Seng players only. But Anthony Tarnate brings it close to the hole for the deuce. 2 seconds left. Julio, the heave at the buzzer. And it's off target. After 1, it's a 9-point advantage here for De La Seng players only over Team Joaquin coach Jan as we take a look at this EcoOil replay. The swing pass, the 3-pointer on the way for Julian Julio. Down it goes. After 1, De La Seng players only 19, Team Joaquin coach Jan 10. Action continues here in the second quarter between De La Seng players only and Team Joaquin Coach Jan here in the Free Agents Draft League semifinals of your 26 EcoOil One Salle Alumni Basketball League, presented by Smart Sports, co-presented by Puso Pilipinas, also brought to you by Field Grade System, Frankie's New York Buffalo Wings, Jerry's Grill, Titan, Blue Fire LPG, and Star Margarine. Organized by Kings of the Court and Sports Plus PH in partnership with the LaSalle Green Hills Alumni Association. It's now a 22-10 lead here, a dozen point advantage here for De La Seng players only. That's a shot clock violation called against Team Joaquin Coach Jan. By the way, making his entry in the ballgame for the first time, Jerome Villela. Now here's a drive to the basket by Johnny Dazo. Sends it out to Calma. Here's a drive to the basket. And there's a foul on the play as Johnny Dazo trying to find an opening there. Or should we say a whistle to stop play rather. And there was a turnover for De La Seng players only. And then Julian Julio blows that layup on the other end. The stop and pop jumper won't go through for Johnny Dazo. He gets his own miss. Fresh 14 on the shot clock. Three-pointer on the way. Uno, dos, tres. Johnny Dazo knocks down a triple. Back-to-back three-pointers here for De La Seng players only to start the second quarter. Once again, this is Diego Del Paz bringing you the action from courtside here at the main court inside the Benil Gym inside LaSalle Green Hills, Mandaluyong City. 15-point advantage now for the undefeated De La Seng players only. Julian Julio, they swing it out. Baila attacking, leaves it up for Chua. Extra pass to the corner. Julian Julio rises for three, too strong, and it's off the hand of Harold Israel. Now De La Seng players only quickly to their front court. Jeremy T backing down the defense. Spins clockwise, sends it out. Dazo straight away three, back-to-back hits. Bing, bang, boom. 7 minutes, 37 left here in the second quarter. And it's now an 18-point advantage here for De La Seng players only. And in the elimination round, they went undefeated in 4 games. They're on a 4-game winning streak. And right now, that well-oiled machine looks like it's humming and then some. Dazo feeds the ball inside to Robles, but it's above Isauro Robles' head and out of bounds. Under 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. That was a dangerous pass by Jan Baila, heading the way of Erickson Chua. Lucky break here for Team Joaquin Coach Jan as they retain possession. They go to Harold Israel. Israel hesitates, drives through that baseline. Ball stolen away by Miguel Calma. Jeremy T crossing the half-court line, feeds Villela. Calma, elbow three. No go. Rebound, Jeremy T. That's a offensive rebound and put back combo meal. It's now a 20-point advantage here for the 4-0 De La Seng players only. Chua driving through. Shovel pass gives it to Mustafa Ali. 2+1 opportunity right there. So there's a foul called against Jeremy T. Bonus free throw on the way for Mustafa Ali. That's Jeremy T's first personal foul. And Ali fails to hit the bonus. T with the rebound. Villela to Calma. Calma fakes a three. Draws closer. Decides to pull back. Couldn't make that jumper. Jan Baila with the rebound. Forward the pass here going to Julian Julio. Julio swings it to Chua. Straight away three. Hits the back heel of the rim. Dazo to Jerome Villela. Villela, they feed the ball inside. The kick out. Dazo for 3. Couldn't splash it in. There's a foul first called, and it's against Isauro Robles. 5 minutes and 24 remaining here in the first half. Julian Julio now trying to find an opening here. Feeds it to Harold Israel. 15 on the shot clock. Israel barges through the lane, too strong off the glass. Jeremy T forwards it to Jerome Villela. Villela with a breakaway, and Villela says, "See you later." Timeout called here by Team Joaquin coach Jan with 5:03 remaining here in the second quarter. As we are in the midway swap, as we take a look at that Villela breakaway layup brought to you by that replay brought to you by EcoOil, and we'll be back in a moment. .503 remaining here in the second quarter. De La Seng players only leading by 18 points, 30-12. More than halfway through the second quarter. And we have our midway swap here in the period. Jan Baila and Harold Israel checking out for Team Joaquin coach Jan. A new 4 on the floor for Team De La Seng players only, save of course for Jerome Villela. Julio nearly had his pocket pick, but Katipunan right there from the help side. And Katipunan says, "See you later," as he breaks away from the rest, making this a 20-point ball game once more, 32-12. 15 on the shot clock here for Team Joaquin coach Jan, and Katipunan again with those active hands, stopping at nothing right there to preventing Team Joaquin coach Jan from putting up more points on the board. Mustafa Ali with a drive. Ali couldn't make that right-handed layup. Tarnate hauls down the rebound. Villela tried to go fancy with the behind the back pass. Chua gets a steal. Counter steal by JM Feliciano. Now Feliciano to the front court. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Feliciano hoists up the 3. Tried to go off glass. Chua. Out the pass going to Julian Julio. Julio sends it out to Ali. 17 on the shot clock. They swing it out. Back to Julio. Hoists it up and drills it. 32-15 is our tally. 3 minutes and 19 remaining here in the second quarter. Here's a drive. Villanueva gets a pass from Tarnate. Tarnate gets the offensive board, spins, tried to go glass, no good. Another rebound here by Kali John Katipunan. They swing the basketball. Nice find to Villanueva downstairs, but too deep underneath. And Katipunan gets another steal to his name. Stop and pop 3, no dice. And there's a holding foul called against Anthony Tarnate on that play. That is team foul number 2 against De La Seng this quarter. That's the first on Tarnate. 2 minutes and 35 left here in the second quarter. Julio sets up a 3, rims out, rebound won by Ali. Ali goes for the reverse. Couldn't get that combo meal, but will go to the line for 2 shots. Mustafa Ali couldn't make the first of 2. This season, Mustafa Ali only played in 1 game, have scored 12 points and 13 rebounds in his lone game this season. 2 minutes and 20 left here in the second period. Villela swings it to Katipunan. Feliciano swings it back to Villela. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Villela lost the basketball, recovers, puts it up, and there's a foul on the play. And they will call it against Erickson Chua. Jerome Villela to the line for 2 shots, averaging 6 points per game, shooting 50% from the free throw line, and he knocks down the first of 2. 6 rebounds and 3.8 assists per contest in nearly 23 minutes per contest. Villela goes 1 for 2, true to his average this season. Under 2 minutes to go before we hit the intermission. Meressen tried to split the defense, sends it out to the corner. Cleon Bayani, there's a whistle on the play, and it's called a traveling violation. Cleon Bayani caught by our referees shuffling his feet like a deck of cards. And here comes the attack now for De La Seng players only. Kali John Katipunan will have his trip to the free throw line. Katipunan this season, 13.5 points per game, 5.8 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. Katipunan, a 43% free throw shooter, knocks down both. 11-point advantage here for De La Seng players only, or should we say a blackjack lead rather. 21 points, 37-16. Chua attacks, 3 defenders on him. Meressen grabs the loose ball, and Meressen flips up an air ball. 1 minute and 14 to go before we hit the halftime break. Villela forwards it to Feliciano. Rises up for 3. Off target. Rebound here by Mustafa Ali. And Ali, there's a foul on the play. That's against Vince Villanueva. That's just the fourth. That is going to be 2 free throws on the way here for Mustafa Ali. A 57% free throw shooter for the season. First free throw off target. So the first of our 40-up division matchups will feature Alted Blue Fire against the Lingkod Lapid 93. That'll be coming up next after this one. And we are down to the last 53 seconds of the first half. Tarnate attacking. But it's off of Meressen. Baseline inbound here. It's going to be a kickball violation against Ali. Fresh 14 on the shot clock here. We send it out to Villela. 12 to shoot for De La Seng players only. Great screen by Tarnate. Villela. The drive and kick. Feliciano for 3. Off target once more. 34 seconds left. Rebound secured there by Bayani. But Bayani first stepped out of bounds. .30 seconds left. Villanueva for 3. No dice. Meressen with the rebound. Julian Julio leading this 3-on-2. Julio tried to drop it off, but tapped last by Vince Villanueva. Shot clock, game clock difference, 1 second. 3-pointer by Cleon Bayani got blocked. Recovery here by Team Joaquin coach Jan. Now Villela gets a steal. Feeds it to Katipunan with the breakaway layup. 5 seconds left. And it's now 39-17, a 22-point advantage here. And at the buzzer, question is, will it count? And they will do. Mustafa Ali scores at the buzzer. At the intermission, it's a 20-point advantage here for De La Seng players only over Team Joaquin coach Jan here in the semifinals of the Free Agents Draft League, 39-19. This is your 26 EcoOil won the Salle Alumni Basketball League, and we'll be right back after this break. The 26th EcoOil One Salle Alumni Basketball League presented by Smart Sports will have its Grand Championship Fellowship and Celebration Day on June 28-26 from 9 a.m. onwards at the St. Benil Gymnasium inside the LaSalle Green Hills campus in Mandaluyong City. Food, fun, and a whole lot of hoops action with championships to be decided and awarded on that day. Concessionaires and sponsors are welcome to contact the One LaSalle Alumni Basketball League for more event information. As we start the third quarter of action between De La Seng players only and Team Joaquin coach Jan. It's a 22-point advantage here for De La Seng players only, holding a twice-to-beat advantage over Team Joaquin coach Jan. But with the way things are going, despite that offensive foul called against Vladimir Humawid, De La Seng players only not needing that twice-to-beat advantage. Jan Baila now gives it up here to Julian Julio. 40 seconds on the shot clock here for Team Joaquin coach Jan. Shovel pass back to Baila. They feed Israel. Israel turns, puts it up, and there's a foul on the play. That'll be two shots right there for Harold Israel. In the first half of play, our leading scorers for both squads for De La Seng players only. Their leading scorer was Johnny Dazo with 13 points, Anthony Tarnate with 10, and Kalijan Katipunan with 6. While for Team Joaquin coach Jan, they're led by Mustafa Ali with 8, Julian Julio with 6, and Erickson Chua with 3. That second free throw for Harold Israel goes through K-style off the glass. 19 on the shot clock. Tarnate sends it out. Kalma feeds the ball down low. Vladimir Humawid with the reverse. 8:20 to go here in the third quarter. Here comes the attack by Julian Julio. Floats it up to no avail. Now here's the attack by Vladimir Humawid. Humawid gives it up here to Dazo. Dazo attacks. Sends it out. Kalma. Three-pointer. Off target. Long rebound. Won by Dazo. Dazo floats it up. Off target again. Julio with the long rebound. Feeds Jan Baila. Baila attacks. Baila gets rejected by Vladimir Humawid. He says, get that weak stuff out of here. Off the inbound, Julio misses that three. Long rebound by Chua. Shot clock down to 12. And Chua loses that basketball at the sideline. 7 minutes and 35 left here in the third quarter. Tarnate on the offensive. Goes downhill. Tarnate floats it up. Doesn't get the friendly roll. Offensive board won by Isauro Robles. Humawid sends it to Kalma. Robles picks up the loose ball. Robles for three. Off the mark. And the rebound by Baila. Julio drops it off. Israel downstairs with that inside hand finish. 7 minutes to go here in the third period. Dazo straight away three. No go. Tarnate. Second lease on life here for De La Seng players only. And the ball stolen away by Mustafa Ali. Julio attacks. Tried to go for the inside hand finish. Too strong off the glass. Here comes Tarnate. Going downhill. Tarnate full head of steam. And a blocking foul called against Harold Israel. And that's a 2+1 opportunity right there for Anthony Tarnate. Harold Israel stood there like a brick wall, but referees say he was not in position. Ternate couldn't hit the bonus. Rebound won by Harold Israel. Erickson Chua goes downhill. No numbers yet. And there's a foul on that play against Johnny Dazo. Chua sends it to Ali from inside the keyhole. Drills it. Six and 13 left here in the third quarter. Dazo swings it to Calma. Calma to Ternate. Ternate bothered right there. Still lost that basketball at the sideline. Under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Now John Baila looking at his options right here. Gives it up to Chua. Chua, another three on the way. Bricks it. Now here's Johnny Dazo, forward pass. Vladimir Humawid makes a behind the head pass. And they send it out. Dazo for three! Yes, sirree! 48-24. As De La Seng players only doubles the output of Team Joaquin coach Jan, 48-24. Chua launches a deep jumper. No dice, and Humawid with a rebound. Calma forward. Pass there to Dazo, but picked away by Erickson Chua. Now here comes Jan Baila. Bounce pass to Ali. Ali back to Baila. Right wing J. Too strong. Humawid with the rebound. Vladimir Humawid now to the front court. Dribbling exhibition right here. Humawid gets called for the travel. Time remaining 4 minutes and 50 here in the third quarter. Coming up next will be a series of matches in the 40 and above division. This is your last playing date of the 40 and up division, and of course in the other courts the 39 and below recreational also winding down this weekend. We will start with the playoffs shortly. The De La Seng players only again holding a twice to beat advantage in this semi-final matchup, and there's that great finish coming from Johnny Dazo. And by the way, up next here at the main court, that's Out at Blue Fire against Lingkod Lapid 93. So we'll find out later on. Will Senator Bongo play for Lingkod Lapid 93? 4:05 left here in the third quarter. Katipunan misses that three, and here comes the attack by Julian Julio. Julio against Villela, and Matador defense right there by Jerome Villela. And it's going to be, it's now a 22-point advantage here for De La Seng players only, and that was a costly turnover by Villela. And Villela, after that turnover, commits that last foul. Israel off that inbound, couldn't make that shot. Ali with the long rebound. Baila, elbow three, left it short, and the rebound by Johnny Dazo. Dazo looks at his options. Dazo drops it off for Kalijan Katipunan. Extra pass by Katipunan picked away by Ali, and Israel all alone cherry picking for that layup. It's down to a 20-point ball game, and De La Seng players only want to talk things over as we take a look at this replay brought to you by EcoOil. The ball movement there by De La Seng players only finds Johnny Dazo for that straightaway three. Coming off this timeout by De La Seng players only, Jeremy T misses that jumper. 3:05 remaining here in the third quarter. Julian Julio to Baila. They swing it to Chua. 14 on the shot clock. Ali inside the keyhole. Kicks it out to Julian Julio. Drives right. Julio. Great finger roll right there, but couldn't make that layup. He gets fouled. That'll be Julian Julio at the free throw line. This season, he is a 44% free throw shooter. Who could have knocked down the first free throw? Two minutes and 47 left here in the third quarter. 1 for 2 for Julio. 2 minutes and 46 left here in the third quarter. Katipunan sends it down low to Tarnate. Tarnate. There's a foul before a shot attempt was made. And the foul is called against Mustafa Ali. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Katipunan sends it out to Vince Villanueva, but ball stolen away by Julio. Julian Julio breaks away with that layup. Fast break points right there for Team Joaquin coach Jan. Much needed. Now they're down by 17 points. Last foul is called against Jan Baila. There'll be 2 foul shots right here for Jerome Villela. This season a 50% free throw shooter. Trying to atone for a couple of mistakes he did. That resulted in their lead shrinking down to 17 points. But Villela couldn't hit the first of 2 free throws. Villela's second goes through. 18-point advantage now for De La Seng players only, as time is down to the last 2 minutes of the third quarter. Israel to Chua. Chua hounded by Villela. Chua shovel pass to Ali. Ali gets contact on the play, and the foul is against Vince Villanueva. Unofficially, that's his second personal foul. First of 2 down for Mustafa Ali. Goes 2 out of 2 from the line. Minute and 45 remaining here in the third quarter. Katipunan surveying the floor. Give it up here to Jeremy T. 10 on the shot clock. Cross-court pass to Villela. Baseline drive. They send it back to T in the paint. Now they go downstairs, and Villanueva gets hammered from behind by Harold Israel. That was the last foul to give for Team Joaquin coach Jan. Tarnate misses from point blank. It will stay with De La Seng players only with 11 seconds on their shot clock. John Katipunan couldn't make that jumper. Villanueva, the fake, the shot, a little too deep there. Harold Israel pushing the ball forward. No numbers here. Israel against 2 white shirts, and not a problem for Harold Israel, like a bull through a china shop. 50 seconds left here in the third. Jeremy T had the ball tapped from behind by Julian Julio. .2 remaining here in the third. Tee off that inbound to Tarnate. 16 on the shot clock. They go to Kali Katipunan, and it's a kick ball from Chua. And if you're watching from the far side, that is the center court, there was a way half-court buzzer beater to end the third quarter of that matchup. And now back to the action here. Villela gives it up to Villanueva. Long 2, won't go through. Tarnate offensive board. Tarnate barging through the lane, tried to carve some space. Tarnate with the one-hander off that pass from Jeremy T. 25 seconds remaining. 2 seconds difference between game and shot clock here for Team Joaquin coach Jan. Chua gives it to Ali. Ali trying to carve some space, but denied there by Tarnate. Tarnate with 9 seconds, and Baila gives up that foul. And that will be 2 free throws. Jan Baila at the free throw line. And looks like there's a technical foul because of an improper uniform worn by Jeremy T. Now it will be 2 free throws for Jeremy T, or should we say Anthony Tarnate rather, as a foul given up by Jan Baila. Tarnate goes 2 out of 2. 8.6 seconds remaining. And we got a timeout called here by Team Joaquin coach Jan. 8.6 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 55-37 is our tally. .6 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Here's a drawn-up play by Coach Jan Baila. Julio attacks and gets the finish with the right hand. Inside hand finish right there. Slaloming through the lane. And we end the third quarter of action. 55-39 in favor of the still undefeated De La Seng players only, as we take a look at this replay of that Julio drive to the basket to end the third quarter. That's your score after 3, 55-39. De La Seng players only still on top. Before we start the fourth quarter, there's a technical foul called against Team Joaquin coach Jan as one of their players, Mustafa Ali, apparently did not fulfill the minimum 2-game requirement to play in the playoffs, which is the point of discussion right here at courtside. Player in question is number 55, Mustafa Ali, and possession goes to De La Seng players only to start the fourth and final quarter. Once again, this is Diego De Paz bringing you the action from courtside here inside the St. Benil Gym, LaSalle Green Hills. In action here in the 26 EcoOil 1 LaSalle Alumni Basketball League presented by Smart Sports is co-presented by Puso Pilipinas. Also brought to you by Feel Great System, Frankie's New York Buffalo Wings, Jerry's Grill, Titan Blue Fire LPG, and Star Margarine. Organized by Kings of the Court at Sports Plus PH in partnership with the LaSalle Green Hills Alumni Association. De La Seng players only leading big here at the moment by 17 points. 56-39, and another miss from downtown for Erickson Chua. That's been the story of the ball game. Is that Team Joaquin coach Jan was not able to get their bearings early. Vladimir Humawid up and under move, couldn't make that shot. Mustafa Ali taps the ball to himself, saves the ball to Israel. Now here comes Cleon Bayani. Chua, extra pass to Julian Julio at the corner. Couldn't send it in. Sauro Robles with the rebound. 19 to shoot here, and here's the attack. The floater is up for Miguel Calma. Cool, calm, collected for Miguel Calma to extend this lead to 19 points. 58-39. 14 on the shot clock. Chua drives through. Tries to make the extra pass, finds Ali, inside hand, finishes good for Mustafa Ali. Down to 17 points is this De La Seng players only lead. JM Feliciano straight away three, too strong off the glass. Jeremy T on the second try, this time makes sure it hits nothing but net. Under 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Julio looking at his options, sends it out to Erickson Chua. Now Mustafa Ali makes an extra pass. Outside, Cleon Bayani whips up an air ball. Vladimir Humawid gives it to Feliciano. Feliciano attacks. Feliciano extra pass to Calma. Calma with 16 to shoot, decides to pull back. Jeremy T with a step through. Jeremy T finishes with the right hand. Now an outlet pass for a counter here for Team Joaquin coach Jan, and Julian Julio with the finish. 62-43 is our tally. Vladimir Humawid recovers the loose ball, couldn't hit the three. Julio forwards it to Ali. Mustafa Ali decides to retreat. Julian Julio makes an extra pass. Cleon Bayani floats it up just outside the paint. Six and 45 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Feliciano, Robles outside the paint, couldn't hit it. And now Ali forwards it to Cleon Bayani. Bayani gets fouled by Vladimir Humawid. And that would force a substitution here. Jeremy T as well as Isauro Robles checks out for Kalijan Katipunan. And the streak shooting Johnny Dazo. And that will be Cleon Bayani at the free throw line for 2 shots. And Cleon Bayani hits the front rim on the first free throw this season. Before that one, he was perfect from the free throw line. That's his first miss of the tournament. Bayani misses both. Katipunan attacking against Julio. Katipunan with the right-handed score. And a great anticipation right there for Johnny Dazo. And a counter steal completed there by Harold Israel. And the touchdown finish for Mustafa Ali. Kalijan Katipunan goes coast to coast with the right hand finish. Under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. And now Chua going downhill. Feeds it to Mustafa Ali, and Ali scores off the window. Another steal by Israel. Israel feeds it down to Chua. Extra pass back to Israel for the deuce. And it's down to a 15-point advantage here for De La Seng players only. 66-51. Katipunan sends it to the corner. Kalma hits that three to make this an 18-point ball game. Five minutes and 10 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Another three on the way. No go for there was Cleon Bayani, and there's a foul on the play. It's called against Harold Israel. And Kalma will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. And by the way, coming up next after this one, it will be Alt Ed Blue Fire versus Lingkod Lapid 93 in your first of 4 games here in the 40 and above division. As Kalma sinks 1 of 2. That's how a nice lead here, 69-51. 4 minutes and 50 left here in the fourth and final quarter. 3-pointer on the way. Chua couldn't hit that 3. And the long rebound won here by Ladimar Humawid. Humawid heads that 4-on-3. 3-pointer missed by Kalma. Ball ping-pongs its way to Israel's hand, and there's a foul on the play against Kalijan Katipunan. Michael Meresan enters the ball game for Harold Israel. Time winding down, potentially on the campaign for Team Joaquin Coach Jan. 69-51 is our tally. Chua, Mustafa Ali, one-legged jumper won't go through, and Kalma gets a rebound. Mawid, forward pass here to Kalijan Katipunan. 2 bounces and in for the Spitfire guard. As early as now with 4 minutes left. It's pretty hard pick to name our best player of the game, but Anthony Tarnate, 16 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double effort this morning rather. Johnny Dazo burned the fires early, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists for De La Seng players only, as they are 3 minutes and 34 away from booking their seat into the finals. Ladimar Humawid couldn't make that shot in transition, and the ball goes out of bounds as Humawid did not establish his position inside the court. 3:15 left. Julio attacks, gets stuffed by Humawid, and saves the ball to Feliciano. And now Kalma pushes the basketball to Katipunan. Extra pass, Dazo, the jumper, rattles out. Dazo offensive board, still won't go through. And the rebound finally won there by Mustafa Ali, as we are down to the midnight hours of this battle. Long 2, and swished by Cleon Bayani. Possibly consolation points here, as Kalijan Katipunan slaloms through the lane. Kalijan Katipunan goes coast to coast for that right-handed finish, and a see you later. 2:25 remaining. Straightaway 3 off to the right for Cleon Bayani. Offensive rebound here for Chua, and there is a foul on the play against JM Feliciano. Timeout here by Coach Jan Baila for Team Joaquin Coach Jan. 2 minutes and 18 remaining here in the fourth quarter. We'll be back after this break. Two minutes and 18 remaining in this semi-final match in the Free Agents Draft League, and coming off that timeout, Mustafa Ali scores downstairs. 74-59 with 2:09 remaining here in the fourth quarter. But with the way things are going, this might be a one-ball game already for De La Seng players only. Down to the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, and Joni Dazo gets called for that hand check foul. Jerome Villela checks out of the ball game, replacing JM Feliciano. 19 seconds on the shot clock here for Team Joaquin coach Jan. Meresen feeds the ball downstairs. Ali, no foul called, and Villela saves the letter. Here comes Katipunan attacking. Katipunan with the right-handed finish against Erickson Chua. Meresen, Julio launches another three, left it short. Rebound Ali. Mustafa Ali tried to go for the inside hand finish, to no avail. Now here comes Kalma attacking. Kalma coast to coast, no good. Kalijan Katipunan offensive rebound, couldn't make the putback though. Michael Meresen with the rebound. Throws the ball away as Kalijan Katipunan gets the steal. Katipunan, a minute and 3 remaining, gets rejected by Chua. Michael Meresen gets the loose ball, and now we're under a minute left here in the fourth and final quarter. And by this time, not enough time for Team Joaquin coach Jan to prevent their campaign from striking midnight. Katipunan couldn't make that shot the first time around, but the second time around he does. And we got a timeout called here by Team Joaquin coach Jan with 32.1 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. .1 seconds remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. De La Seng players only that much time remaining before clinching their spot into the finals. Julio misses that jumper. Rebound secured by Ali. Series of fakes and shoots it off the glass. 21 seconds remaining, and Villela breaks away. And Villela will just dribble this one out. And that's your final. De La Seng players only books the first seat into the finals with the 78-61 victory over Team Joaquin coach Jan. And they will await the winner from the other side of the bracket. It will be Team Raf Jib and Hobbyport settling that other spot into the finals. Again, your final score 78-61. De La Seng players only unbeaten in all their 5 games here in the tournament so far. Coming up next, we turn our attention into the 40 and up division. Alt Ed Blue Fire taking on Lingkod Lapid 93 as we continue action in the 26 EcoOil One Salle Alumni Basketball League presented by Smart Sports. And we are live on pusop.com, your game, your community.